Well, do you remember the first time we ever met?
I do.
You walked in the room and I was laying down on the floor without a shirt on and a wet towel over my face. It was the most boiling hot day. I came off stage and I was just roasting hot. There was no like air movement whatsoever backstage and touring. And then you knocked on the door, came in. I was like, that's a great first impression.
The Graham Norton Radio Show
on Virgin Radio.
It's time to talk to last year's Eurovision hero, Sam Ryder. Hi, Sam.
How's it going, Graham? You all right, mate?
Yeah, I'm really, really good. Thank you very much. So presumably you've been back in Liverpool. You've been into the arena.
I have once, and so I went up to Liverpool to quickly do a rehearsal. Not a quick round trip, got to tell you.
Tell me about it.
Went straight up.
I did it on Friday.
It's bonkers, isn't it? So I went there and then went on top of the Liver building, played a guitar solo. And then, I don't know if I meant to tell you that, actually, but it's meant to be a secret. But there you are. And then
I was thinking, no one's told me that, Sam. I didn't know that. So that really is a secret.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, moving swiftly on.
Yeah, please do.
Brian May is furious. Going into the arena, because it struck me when I got to Liverpool and I was you're in Liverpool and then you walk into that arena and you're not. You're at Eurovision.
Yeah, totally.
So was it like, obviously for you it wasn't post-traumatic stress, but was it post-euphoria stress disorder when you got back into the stadium?
Yeah, that classic post-euphoria stress kicked right in. And you know what though, it was really gorgeous. Sort of walking in that building and seeing everyone from the UK delegation that was along for the journey and the ride last year, now getting to experience running the show essentially, and that's really cool. Like seeing them express themselves in like whether it's the staging and the lights and getting everything ready for these amazing performers that are coming down. It was great. I mean, you feel so much joy for these people that are about to embark on that craziness.
And also, I was really struck by, last year you were so positive and you were so lovely, and yet, even if you weren't acknowledging it, you had to be carrying quite a bit of stress with you. So this year, you must feel so light walking into that arena.
Yeah, to a degree. I mean, we're performing, obviously. That's not a secret. That's out, isn't it?
That we know, yeah.
Just worried about every single thing. Yeah, bombshell. But yeah, so there's a certain amount of responsibility, let's put it that way, of like, I want to make sure that I'm focused and ready to, it's a privilege to be allowed to perform on that stage on that night. So like last year, it's the same kind of energy in that regard, but there's no worry about looking at that scoreboard or anything like that. But yeah, so there is there's definitely a difference. Well, do you remember the first time we ever met?
I do.
You walked in the room and I was laying down on the floor without a shirt on and a wet towel over my face. So it wasn't always like it was the most boiling hot day. We just had the run through that I just explained that was terrible. Like nothing was working, nothing was in the right place. And I came off stage and I was just roasting hot. There was no like air movement whatsoever backstage and touring. And then you knocked on the door, came in. I was like, that's a great first impression. But it was lovely, like nice to be picked up and to meet you for the first time and just have a bit of a giggle about it all, because you can start taking it, like taking it seriously and respecting it, I think are two different things. But when you start overthinking and taking it seriously, that's when it starts, the fun seeps out of it. And I had my partner with me, my friends, and the whole delegation was just a positive force.
All the douce point in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Sam Ryder with a special version of Spaceman, which you did without sleep for us.
Yeah, I was just going to mention, remember that? So we were in Blackpool for Strictly, and I drove straight back through the night, and I thought there's no point in sleeping like 2 hours. I'll be more groggy than anything else. So we just sort of waited to do that recording, and I can hear the relief in my voice right at the end.
I did it. Yeah. And for you, obviously that song will always hold a special place in your heart, but it must be quite nice to be moving on and releasing new singles and things.
Oh, totally. And like with such an utmost respect, like I think as an artist, you mentioned it, like release music. You don't just, it's not putting music out. You write something in the studio with friends, and then you completely release it to the whims and the sort of the things that are beyond your control. And that's what happened to Spaceman. It took on a total life of its own, thanks to your wonderful listeners and other people like all over the place. So I'm just so grateful for that, and every time I'll sing it, it'll probably do a lot of people's head in after a while, but I'm just going to enjoy it, like, and know that it changed so much for me. You know?
Oh, Sam, I'm so happy for you. You've really done, whatever's happened to you personally, and I'm so thrilled for that. But what you've done for Eurovision is just extraordinary. You really have changed the country's mood towards the whole competition. And that was really kind of a one-man thing to do. The real kind of strength of mind and character. So thank you very much, Sam. And I can't wait to see you up in Liverpool. All right.
So very, very kind of you, and big up to the whole team that was involved as well. So thanks, Graham, and I'll see you soon, mate. Loads of love.
I'll see you there. We know nothing about the live building or playing guitar. Goodbye.
Bye.